What's going on, guys? I'm back and I've got the ML1 Pro Modern from Chapman Guitars here today. I think this is a really good instrument, and it's a very solid instrument that is well appointed and well priced as well. And we have none other than the one, the only Rob Chapman to thank for helping make this thing a reality. And I have my friends at Zzounds to thank for sending me this guitar to try out, to take on the stage, and then bring it back here to the studio to let you guys hear what I think about it and to hear what this thing sounds like. So you got a little taste of the sounds that this thing can deliver there at the intro, and the signal path of the guitar right now is just the guitar going into the JHS Klon, into my Brit-Tone SLO back here, and then the UAFX DelVerb is in the loop, as well as the JHS 3 Series chorus for a little bit of that luscious clean sound that we had going on there. So if you're like me, a lot of you know who Rob is, and you follow Anderton's music and have watched some of their reviews, and you've seen countless videos of Rob on their show, and the guy has a very good ear for tone, and it's kind of impressive, his blindfold challenges. I really enjoy watching those. But anyways, he has brought this guitar to the market, and let's go through some of the specs that he blessed this instrument with. All right, so to start with, you've got the Hipshot locking tuners. Now, I absolutely love the Hipshot tuners. They are the exact same brand that I use on all of my guitars, except for the Tokai. It's got the Kluson Revolution tuners on there, only because they look identical to the the factory Gibson style Kluson tuners. So this one has the Hipshot tuners, but I love these things. They come in all colors and like tons of different shapes and material types for the tuning pegs here, or the buttons, I guess they're buttons maybe. But yeah, really love these things. It's got the roasted maple neck here, and it also has, let's see, stainless steel frets, 24 frets. It has the Luminlay dot inlays, and it's got Seymour Duncan Pegasus and Sentient pickups, and obviously the fixed tail bridge. But the coolest thing about this guitar has got to be this really awesome paint job that flips between blue and purple depending on which angle the light's catching it from. And after watching the footage from our show this weekend when I played this thing, it looks really good on stage. And I'll throw some footage in there of me playing it on stage so you can kind of see what it does there. Maybe I'll unmute the audio. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like getting copyright struck. Pretty much all the videos that I upload for our internal band study to kind of go through the shows and see where we can make improvements. Every single one of those has got a copyright strike on it. So I don't know how much I want to test the waters there, but we'll see. We'll get going here. The pickup selector is a 5-way selector, and as you could hear in the intro when I went to the clean stuff, you've got all the way back here, obviously it's just the full bridge pickup. Go here, and it's the full bridge pickup and one of the coils here, and the middle pickup is, I believe, the center 2 coils or the full humbucker on both pickups active. I'll put an annotation here depending on which one it is. And then right here you've got full neck humbucker and one of the coils from the bridge pickup, and then all the way forward you've got just the neck humbucker. So there you go. Now, right out of the box, this thing was absolutely flawless. It was perfectly intonated. The action is low, fast, and I really felt no need to lower it anymore. It just played really well straight out of the box. So yeah, outstanding setup. The fretwork is perfect. There's no buzzing, there are no high frets, nothing weird or out of the ordinary. It's just a very, very well set up instrument, and it plays really well. And I I would like to say that I wouldn't expect anything less from the World Music Factory over in Korea, because I played the Aaron Marshall Schecter, which this thing reminds me a lot of that guitar, and absolutely loved the Aaron Marshall guitar. So this kind of just felt right, jumping right back in that saddle, but with a locking bridge, which I locked the one on the Aaron Marshall guitar for our show. But it feels very, very good. Also, my Schecter, my Sun Valley Exotic over there, it's also from the same factory. And again, a perfectly playing guitar. I did get one guitar that I did not do a review of because it did have some problems. It did come from the World Music Factory. It was a Jackson guitar, and I was really disappointed with some of the screw ups with that guitar. So I sent it back, didn't bother to take it on stage. I mean, it was unplayable on stage for me. So I didn't bother with that and didn't do a review. So I would like to say that for the most part, the Korean guitars that I've played have all been outstanding, with that one Jackson kind of being an outlier. So yeah, this one, very, very good. And so on stage, man, this thing, it just rocked, man. It was just a solid workhorse that just maintained its tune all night. I played it for half the show and then switched over to the Explorer for the second half of the show. But I had zero complaints. I didn't have to tune hardly at all. I think I maybe had to tweak the tuning once or twice, but I think that's probably more due to the strings just being new, and me not having played it a ton before our show. I think that I stretched the strings pretty well, but it seems like there's always just a little bit of extra stretching that you got to do. But also, there's a little bit of extra winding on the pegs here compared to how I typically string up my locking tuners. I usually pull them as tight as I can and then lock it, just going straight out the peg. But these have quite a bit of winding on there, so it just could have been a little bit of slack there, just little things like that. But yeah, very, very solid guitar on stage. Sounded great. These pickups, they're really good pickups. The bridge pickup has a ton of clarity and punch and bite to it. Really good sounding pickup there. The neck pickup, I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. It's good, but it probably isn't my favorite neck pickup for high gain work. I think that the one that was in the Aaron Marshall, that neck pickup, I think that was really good. And I also like the Saturday Night Special neck pickup in my Charvel. But that said, I played plenty of stuff with the neck pickup and no complaints. Sounded really good, but just preferentially, I would have liked something with a little bit more bite to it, with a little bit less mids in it. So yeah, again, just personal preference. So as far as other things that I don't like, there's really not a whole lot there. Just a kind of another personal preference is I would prefer a non-reverse headstock. I'm not 100% keen on the whole reverse telly style headstock. I don't hate it, but I think that it being non-reverse would probably be just a step in the right direction for me personally, but it works. I'm used to upside down headstocks at this point. So it didn't pose any problems on stage, and that's the biggest plus for it I can give it. And that's it. That's all that I don't like. It's not much. What I really do like, though, is the pricing of this thing. Right now, Zzounds have this guitar as low as like $1,000, maybe a little under $1,000 for a blemished model. And after having reviewed several blemished model guitars from them, there's not any blemishes that I could find. If they were there, then I couldn't find them. And so if you're looking to try one of these things out, I'll have an affiliate link to the page for this guitar, and you can see not only this awesome color option there for $1125, $1150, which again, it's coming in. It's undercutting the Schecters and the Charvels and the ESP LTDs at that price point, and it's delivering right there at the same level of quality. So I think it's really aggressively priced, and I think that if you want just a straightforward, no nonsense with all the right options on a guitar, I think that this checks pretty much every box for me. Would I like to see a locking tremolo? Yeah, of course. You know, I love those things, but that would push the price point higher and higher and higher, probably to where Rob doesn't want it. He probably wants it undercutting those guitars extremely aggressively and making it hard to overlook this thing in favor of some of these other brands that are coming from the same factory. All right, so if you guys want to try this thing out, I will have an affiliate link in the video description for this guitar and everything else that I've been using to get the sounds that you hear, like always. I don't know if Bruce is still building these amps, though. That's kind of the one kicker. He still has his website up, and I'll put that in the video description, so if you are interested in having a custom SLO style amp or a Marshall amp, he can kind of build everything. He's a mad scientist. He really knows what he's doing. I'll have a link in the video description for his website. You can email him if you're curious to see what he can build for you. You know, hit him up, see what he can do. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this review. And again, big ol' thanks to Zzounds for sending this thing to me to try out and to show to you guys. And who knows, once they get this thing back, it might show up on their website as a blim that you can grab. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.